Hey there, hope you're doing well today. This is a bit of a random stream, so I don't know how many people will join, but I am working on a project for my Learn Astro course and just figured I would share it in case anybody was interested in kind of how I'm developing it. And, I am totally game for some suggestions as well. So if you can just let me know if someone in the chat can let me know if you can hear. I just want to make sure that, yeah, that you can actually hear what's going on and that I'm not just talking to myself over here. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, if somebody could just real quick let me know if things are audible, that would be awesome. And let me make sure I have everything I need pulled up here. All right. I think I'm pretty much set and ready to go. So let me move this over and I'll get started here in just a second. All right, well, like I said, this is for an Astro course that I've been working on the last little bit, and that is in early access currently. Got a lot left I want to do with it, but at least as it stands right now, it's audible. Awesome. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and transition over then, and hopefully you can see me okay. Well, you can't see me, but I think you can see my screen at this point, so we'll have to do with that. But yeah, so this is the Learn Astro course that I've been working on right here, and oh, there I am. And right now I'm in early access. I actually just finished recording all these. I'm almost done editing them as well. So these should be up probably by the end of today. So it's probably almost an hour of content. And this is what I'm working on right now, which is a personal project. It's going to be a portfolio site that you can use if you want to like display what you've done as a web dev. That's kind of the idea. So with that said, here's what I got so far. I'm really trying to keep this super simple. Because I would love to design this to look amazing, but I also don't want it to be a CSS course. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. Could I do a live SaaS design? Maybe at some point, but since I'm working on this project, that's what I'm doing today. So basically it's a little portfolio site, and I've got a list of things I want to make sure I hit, and they're basically the same list that you see over here. So I want to make sure that I hit all these things that we've talked about inside of a portfolio site. So I want to talk about where you publicly render stuff, how to build out components, templating, rendering options, how to create dynamic routes. We're going to use content collections all throughout. We're going to use Markdown, might even use some React. In fact, that's my plan. So anyhow, so this is what I got so far. And obviously people can drop in their own names here. And I'm probably not going to talk a ton. I don't know, I've probably said that before, but I'm just going to essentially walk through designing this live. And I'm interested in any thoughts you might have. Welcome from Buenos Aires. Welcome. All right, so down this way, I'm probably going to switch these out for something else. I just grabbed some screenshots that I had currently of projects I've done in the past. Maybe I'll leave these up here. I'm not really sure, but I want to have content collections that can then point and basically have different tags associated with them, like for Astro or CSS or whatever. And that way you can learn how to render those. They'll all link out to separate things. The other thing I want to have is some kind of landing, like some kind of footer where we can do some client-side JavaScript and then a form where you can contact them. I also want a projects page that will essentially look like this, where you can just maybe even filter by projects. I don't know, maybe that's the right place to do a React app, a little embedded React app. Maybe that's the right idea. And maybe this homepage screen can just be vanilla JavaScript. So I'm just kind of thinking through how I want this to be. Then I'll probably cut it up over the weekend and shoot it hopefully Monday or Tuesday and slowly edit it throughout the next week. But this should be kind of the capstone project for the first section. That's the idea. And if you're interested in that, again, it's at learnastro.dev and in the description there as well. All right. Awesome. Look at all these friends in the, in the chat. It's like you guys are having your own conversation over there or something. I like it. All right. I did grab a couple just designs I stole from other people just in the dev community and kind of took some inspiration from this. This looks like way too much like linear, but that's fine. These are some example projects. I like this idea here where there's some kind of contact section at the bottom, although again, I want it to be a form. And I'd like to do some more advanced CSS stuff or any CSS stuff, but I'm going to try to basically limit it to almost nothing. Here, I don't think I'm going to keep anything a ton from here. I think I just saw the form and thought, hey, maybe something like that. And I guess this is the same thing. I thought I had a couple other ones pulled up. So I don't know if we'll steal anything from here. Maybe we should have some kind of experience, and this could be some data. Maybe that should be the right thing. Not totally sure what I want to do there. I'm just realizing I don't think my music is playing anymore. So let me make sure I got stuff properly set up over here. Or if it is playing, it's playing too quiet to be of use. There we go. I think that's working again. Move back over this way. Great artist steal. I like that. Shadzia, no, we're going to keep it super simple. Again, the main point of this tutorial or this project isn't really the good design, because this is kind of crap design, but the main point of the design is to implement all the things I've taught throughout the entire first section, which will be about 5.5 hours of content. And I want to pull it together here in this, probably what will take an hour and a half to walk through how to design all this. So we've got data attribute, I've got collection. I'm just thinking through like kind of what I'm going to be using. Okay, cool. I'm glad the music is working. So as far as what I want to show off, I want to show this kind of dynamic nav bar. We're going to have these buttons probably be their own components here. These headings will be their own components as well. We're going to use the image tag here as well. Obviously this hero section will be this way. This is going to be an internal link that jumps down. This will be a download link that connects to a public file in the root of the site. And the point there is to make sure people understand how to get public files usable. This will all be different data collections where we'll use Astro Icon to render these. Since doing the first videos, Astro Icon has updated, and so I have to redo that video already that they updated, but that's fine. That was my point in the course, is to be able to update stuff. These will be content collection, probably data types as well, where I point to public files in that people pre-rendered, apps that you're already using and that you're going to point to, or they can be external links as well. Either way. But these will probably be data collection types, and I would have multiples of these as well. And again, I'm just trying to give you something that you could actually design out. So I'm not totally sure how all this is going to look, but let me go ahead and move this down here. And what I want to do is at least, at least get some kind of footer going, and we'll go from there. So I like this kind of idea. Not a huge fan of the typeface here, but we've got like some social links, basic thing, and then here's where I probably want to have some kind of form. Let's see what else I found in here. Like, I don't really like that design, honestly. I don't know. This same kind of thing. So maybe have something like this in the footer. Yeah, maybe we do that. Okay. So let's see how I want to do the footer. Maybe I should have the footer be the same as this kind of white top part. So let me do that. As far as the styling. See, this is inside a frame. Let's get rid of that. And I'm not like a designer. I mean, I'm not really a dev either. So while we're pretending, we can do whatever we want. I'm not totally sure what I would have this thing say. So for right now, I'll probably just ask ChatGPT to give me something because it's not super important. So let's do that. So let's say like, give me one paragraph describing myself in a footer website as a web developer. I don't know, something like that. No, you idiot. Whatever, that's fine. I mean, it probably is what a developer would say, so. Joke's on me, I'm the one who asked for it. So let's pull this in here. We'll call this person think I named her Katie. Yeah. We could do, I don't know, Haas, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Her like, yeah, let's just do house. Let's just do like Katie at haaswebdesign.com or something. Cool. Let's leave this off, actually. I think I'll do that. Okay, so we'll have this in the footer. Down here. Make this... Again, this isn't like a formal stream. I was just doing this and I was like, I might as well stream it in case anybody has some suggestions or is interested in follow along kind of how the courses come in, where we're at. I'm really excited about the second section because we get to do a lot of really fun stuff there. View transitions. I want to talk a ton about like dynamic endpoints and do almost more full stack stuff. I don't think I'm going to do auth until the final section, but we'll probably talk about CMSs, set up like a little custom CMS ourselves. So a lot of really cool stuff in there, but once you have the basics of Astra down, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. And that would be my desire. Okay, so I think what we'll do is something like that. Other thing is I want, let's to like Twitter, X. Is X a thing now? Is this what they have? How am I supposed to find that? Okay. Whatever. Twitter. Let's do like Dribble maybe. Do I have a Dribble in here? Yeah, there we go. Instagram. What else would I want? I don't know, I guess YouTube. Okay, so let's grab all these things right here and that will work. Separate these by like 24. I probably should set up actual variables for those, but ain't nobody got time for that. So let's just not gonna, let's do this way. Basically last on top. I think I do it like this, maybe. Something like that. And then we'll put these in the center. I mean, I've seen worse stuff. Maybe we get rid of this. Sure. So that's a nice little component to build out. Got social links, icons to handle. So, okay, so then what I think I'm going to do is have this section down here. We're going to remove this as an auto layout. And then I'm going to create, let's just do a form like this. Here I probably should at some point actually use the platform as it's intended. Figma, that is. Something like that. And here's where we're going to have a contact form. Now, my default would be to create components at least. I know that's probably the right thing to do here. So we could have like a label, like a baby label. So maybe not, yeah, like form or input label. Make this like 12. Again, I probably should have some kind of typing. I'll set up, because this is just like for myself, I don't even know if I'm going to publish this. Maybe that's something you can let me know. This time, I know, right, Dante? Sorry. I was just working on my course, and I'm like, I might as well just stream it and see if anyone cares to watch. So super random and unplanned. I'll probably only go another 30 minutes or so, but let me know, like, would you want just a Figma file of this if you're working through the course and you could implement it yourself? The idea here is you're taking everything we've learned and putting it into a project. Or I could just like have a JPEG or something. But I don't want it to be about CSS, so that's my only danger, I think, in releasing it as a Figma file, is that it makes it feel like you have to do, like, I don't know exactly the way I did it or whatever. So I don't know. Let me know if you got any strong thoughts there. Okay, back over here. This would probably be this one right here. Let's make this cap. And can I spread this out just a touch? 2%, I don't know, 8%, something. 4%. We'll do 16, and then here's where I'll actually have some kind of border, I would think. So I'll make this an auto layout and add this to it. Stick with our 8. And here, I think what I want to do is set it over and against like this. Let's go like 4, 6. I don't know. It's not super important. Okay, so I think that'll work. So let's take this and this, group these into an auto layout, make them a component. We'll call this like a input something. Now this is interesting because I probably should offset this as well, shouldn't I? These should probably match. I don't know. Design people. What are you supposed to do with this kind of stuff? Match? Match, right? For sure. We'll see how this looks. Kind of feeling like it might look dumb when we get in the actual design, but that's okay. We'll change it over here. 8, 12, I don't know. Let's do 8. Okay, good enough. Let's go ahead and create this as a content variable. Where are we at? Come on. That'll be fine. Input or label, how about that? And then this will be create property, placeholder. Perfect. Okay, because I want some kind of way to submit a format. We'll probably either use, I don't know. I really want to stay focused on Astro, so I'll probably either set up like a fake JSON server endpoint, but I haven't really handled how to. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. So it won't be safe or whatever from the client side, but also because it's like JSON DB, like no one's going to actually deploy that, which is kind of the point. So, okay. Interested in seeing Figma to Astro conversion. I've done a lot of live streams with that, demystifying dev, if you're interested in that. Using some way to translate Figma to code. Yeah, there might be. I'm sure this year I think there'll be a ton more AI tools related to that. Figma would be useful, however, to your point, image with the general stuff, styling concept would work as well. Yeah. My only fear is like if it becomes all about the CSS, I've done the course wrong. Like it needs to be about Astro. So I don't know. That's my concern. But ultimately, you can't tell people what to do. You know, if they want to do something else, that's fine. All right. So now that we got that, let's drop it in this design and see how much it totally is horrible. Where are we at? Okay, so that could have been better. But the nice thing, how do I get this thing to the top? I forget. Top. Align. Range. Nope. So much confidence in that statement. Definitely a range. Nope, definitely not. I don't know. Why is this thing behind? I forget what the keyboard shortcut is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Then let's take this. What? Okay. Can I put this up top? What? Figma, help me out. What am I doing wrong here? Okay. Get this over here. Move this to the top. I don't want this in this frame. Okay. I'm not sure what that was all about. Cool. Let's come back over here then, do a couple of things. I feel like this should be this label. And we'll make this maybe 2. I feel pretty good about that. Let's see how I feel about it over here. Seen worse things. So this will be maybe the active state. So maybe we have a couple different states here. Oops. And the passive state, whatever this would be, like the non-thing state would be like that. Sure. All right, so let's actually define these two. Like is active or is focused. And this one we'll set to true. This one we'll set to false. All right, back over here. Boom, 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 boom. That works. Okay, let's also come in here. This needs to be more like 4. Assuming it's like some kind of 8-point grid. Maybe we go 6. Same thing here. Okay. So we're going to call this thing first name. Or how about we do like Katie, since that's the person's name, right? Input label, is that the other one? Here we'll say like first name. I think that'll work. And maybe we should we just do it like this? Maybe let's do that. 224. Make sure I haven't missed any comments. I don't think so. Okay. Let's do the same thing over here. We'll say like a house. Is that what we called her? Yeah. And then last name, right? And this would not be focused. Just to show those different states, that's kind of the idea here. I don't know if that even makes sense, but we'll also have an email address as well. So let's come in here and we'll separate these by like 24. Something like that. And maybe I should set this up so it can stretch. Fill container. Maybe I need to... There we go. So here, let's grab this here. And... Oh, did I break it somehow? No? No, I didn't break it. We'll say like Katie at house webdesign.dev and email address. All right, that way we can do some validation. Maybe we even... I'm getting ahead of myself. I was gonna, like with the course, I wanna hit a bunch of extra stuff later, but I haven't hit yet. My preference when I'm working through a course is like they move fast and then they like keep repeating over themselves, so that by the time I get to the end, like I feel like I've kind of snuck ahead a little bit here and there. But I know not everyone likes that. Like maybe you feel overwhelmed if you don't follow every single thing the first time. But if you have to get it one and done, then like I'm never gonna follow along, you know. So that's kind of the way I think about it. But I don't know. Let me know if you totally disagree with that. All right, I think that's good. Then we've got a button. What? Let's pull this in here. I'll say something like submit. I created this before stream. Not crazy fan of how circular this button is. I like it here, but next to these form things, so I'm kind of wondering if I don't just like, What if I go to secondary? Does that feel better? Not really. Contact me. I think we're going to do something like that. Seen worse things, seen better things. Seems about right. Can you help me out? Okay. take this too. I don't think I even created these as components, did I? I doubt it. No, doesn't look like it. Probably need to do like real quick designs. I never follow the like what I should be doing. Ain't nobody got time for that. What's going on here? Ah. Figma. Chill. Let's see. Cool idea to show the course pure HTML and Tailwind, then break that down into page and components. Yeah, so I don't want to use Tailwind mostly because I have to type Tailwind for it to work while I'm building the components. Whereas what I can do is just provide a CSS file and you can just drop it in. You don't have to know what it does. Like, so I will probably only ever use CSS aside from showing how to use Tailwind. But I've done lots of streams with Tailwind. So if you're interested in that, that would work too. So something like that. And I've kind of messed up this Figma thing. I don't know what I'm doing. This needs to go inside of here, right? So let's get rid of this. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's take this. I don't need a separate rectangle. Set this background light. Set an effect here, shadow. Does that make sense though? Demystifying dev, like that's kind of my thinking, is I really want it to be about, I don't want you to have to know anything besides HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to take the course. But I want to show you how to do other stuff, and so you feel comfortable doing other stuff, but I don't want to make it requirement or whatever. So here we're going to do like, let's connect. Didn't I have like some, I think I just did here, reach out for inquiries. Sure, something like that. Not a super big fan of how this turned out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to change this. I don't need to have somebody's last name. I just want to be able to handle multiple form items so that we can talk about like the JavaScript form API, which I know is not part of the thing, but you know, sue me. I don't know. I like to talk about JavaScript. So let's say like email, hi at email.dev. Cool. Thanks to Demystifying Dev. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I've taken a couple courses where like the whole thing was supposed to be about React, but it ended up being like where half of it was learning Firebase, and like I was using Firebase, it was cool, but there's a lot of times I've used stuff like that where I wasn't planning on using Firebase, and I was like, well, I might as well, and then I don't know what's Firebase and what's React, and it's like, so I want it to be super clear, like we're mostly just working with Astro, and yeah. We'll do email address. Okay, and then I'm gonna get rid of this. It'll be just like that. That's not a whole lot better. I don't know. I just don't like this like kind of like cockeyed thing. It's not that important. So let's just do this. We're gonna wrap this thing. We're gonna drop this in here. We're gonna stack this thing like this. I'll just put this whole thing in the middle. So much better. Something like that. This needs to be fill container, I think. Same thing here. Fill, I probably should just change the actual components, but I don't know. Good enough. I don't know. Whatever, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Maybe too, we take this human's name or face and we fill it here as well. It's just a bunch of AI faces that it created. Can Can I get the person twice? Is that the person? No, she has glasses. Glasses lady, where are you? There you are. Aha. I mean, nothing like a massive headshot to... so let's do this. Let's move this in the middle. I don't know. I'm sure there are design people who know how to do stuff like this. Just want to have something that's slightly not the worst. Personally, I learn more from someone trying to figure out things. One and done is useful for me if it's explaining what. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think a lot of it is like when you're new to learning something, it's hard to know what's the thing and what's the thing that they're using, like the tooling they're using to get the thing done, if that makes any sense. So that's what I want to avoid. So. That'll work. And then maybe do like 200. 100. Stroke like 4. Let's do like 40. You know, like a little wave thing. Hey, cut it out. No. It's like a wave, you know, like, hey, what's up? I think that's cool. I don't know, it's not super important. Okay, so we got at least something that's like halfway semi-attractive. It's really killing me not to do more with this, but I think what is the situation? Inside, outside. Okay. Okay. Anything else I want to do here? I don't think so. So let's just group all this. And I should probably name this. Not going to. Just gonna be real with you. Let's have this all as the footer. Okay, I'll name the footer. I would like everyone to note that I'm naming a layer in Figma. Okay. Now let's take this whole thing, move it up, something like that. Okay, obviously we'll have more things, but I think glasses lady. Hey, thanks, Christina. Cool. Yeah, I want to know how far people have gone through the course too. I'll have to, yeah. I know some have made it all the way through, but I know a lot of people haven't started it yet. And I'm curious, like, because it's early access, if people are like, oh, wait till a section is done or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, something like that. Whatever. Okay. So we're going to call that good. Maybe the other thing I might want to do is come up with some kind of monogram or something. So let's do like Katie. Let's find some cool looking thing. And then let's do the project page, and then I'll probably call it done today because I'm literally just, I don't know. You haven't got too far? Oh, it's okay, Christina. It's not a big deal. I didn't mean to put pressure on you. I would not want to do that. I was just, yeah, saying in general, I'm curious how far people have gotten along. So, what's this girl's name? Like Hauk or something? What did I say? Oh, House. 100% agree with what you're doing with the course. Astro course, you're learning Astro. Exactly, Dante. See, Dante gets it. do something like that for this middle section. Let's call this the nav. Let's put this at the very top. Where's this thing at? And that will be the home thing. How do you feel about this emotionally? Is this feeling good? I'm feeling emotionally good. Finish all 30 lessons. Wow. Demystifying. Wow. Way to just throw everyone else under the bus. I'm glad. Hopefully it's been helpful. By the way, I did add a private Discord for the course. So I don't know if I've announced that anywhere. I was going to wait to announce it until... What is going on with this? I was going to wait to announce it until I finish the whole section, which is this project. So, and then I'll announce it. I'm not sure what this is doing. Whatever. Let's just pretend that's good. Are you feeling good about that? I'm going to drag it up there so that it just looks like it was meant to. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Okay. Let's just forget I ever changed this because clearly I don't know how to use Figma. That's great. I feel perfect. Okay. So we got that page. Maybe let's create 2 extra pages so that we can handle some kind of like redirect. And I could use, I guess if we do SSR, I could dynamically handle the form submission and then redirect. I'm making this way too complicated. So we're going to call this like success page or something. And we'll call this like landing page. And then the last one we'll have is a projects page. So this link, this contact will just be an anchor link that jumps all the way down to this section down here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Dude, what is... Stop it. Okay. That seems more reasonable. So I say we make this like a reusable component thingy here. Drop this in here. I don't need this. I don't need this. This here, let's drag this up. This might be nice because we could have multiple, like different text that we pass in. I'm trying to see how I'd want to do that in Astro. Yeah, it shows that I can use JavaScript on multiple pages and that it will basically smart modulize it or whatever. So I think maybe we'll do that. So, this doesn't need to be here, but it would need to be on the project page. So yeah, because I mean, they're just connected. They don't need to connect again. So get out of here. Why is that doing that? I don't know. Anyhow. I don't know. This could say like nice to meet you or something. Or thanks for connecting. I'll be in touch in the next 48 hours. Please let me know. Or, yeah. Happy to something. I don't know. It's not important. Then here, what we could do is this one could say like, go home. And this one could say download CV. That's fine. Looking forward to working together. This would be the perfect use case for having AI do this again, but whatever. Okay, so we'll call that good. And what am I doing? Move that up. So that'll be like our little thank you page that pops up. Man, I really want to do some extra little flourishes with CSS or something, because this just looks so boring. We could do some basic stuff, right? I don't know. I feel like we should be able to do some basic stuff. Let's at least do some kind of little flourishes. Can I do like a shadow thingy? How does this work? Drop shadow, layer, background blur, layer blur. That's what I want. Let's go back here. This layer blur, oh, it's gonna be intense. Let's do like 200. 500. So the thinking here is that this could be like a little flourish over this way. I don't know, I kind of like that. Let's make sure this thing is clipping the content. It is. I don't know, made that look stupid. At least something that's not like super boring. I don't know. I just need to move on with life. Okay, let's finish what I came to do and then get out of here, and then I can add extra stuff as I code this up. So we'll have 3 routes. My idea for all these individual pages is that they'll either link to a separate like site you have launched somewhere, or you could have it. I'm trying to think. You could have it as a content collection, but I want it to be something that you can just throw stuff in the public directory. So probably not. So either way, we're going to have some kind of like projects page. So it'll be the only other real route here. I guess we also need some kind of 404 page, because I haven't really shown how to do that yet either in the course. So we could say like, uh-oh, something went wrong. Third 20 to 30 word 404 message on a website. That'll work. And then here we can actually drop this in too, right? For sure. And that way they can connect too if they need to. I like that. Here we get rid of this. Get rid of this. Let's see. This, I think we'll see something like projects page. Do I want to build an entire filtering system from scratch? No, because that's not really the point of Astro, but like what we could do is something super simple, especially if this is a server-side rendered route where we connect with the params. Store this in the params, or have a searchable section, but I haven't really talked about search yet. I could just do vanilla JavaScript search and like alter the DOM, but that's not like true. How do I want to handle this? If this is server-side rendered, which maybe this route could be. Yeah, let's do that. So this would be a projects page. And we could have some kind of filter up here. I think I can do this simply enough in React to where it wouldn't be like a huge lift. I just don't want to like, again, make the whole thing about something that it's not. The whole thing is supposed to be about whatever this thing is, Astro. Let's duplicate this. Can't I like wrap this now? Isn't that a thing that happens? I can wrap it, okay. Well, I thought I could. Okay, there we go. So let's say you have a bunch of different projects. For variety's sake, let's just slightly mix this up at least. Okay, and then how do I want to handle this? Probably what I should do. I think I'll have little badges up here. So let's do that, and then I'm going to call it good, because I think my kids need to get out of their rooms. They're in there. Like, they have like an afternoon time, which is why I have like 45 minutes, and I figured I would just stream real fast. Okay, so let's do that. Let me text my wife real fast. See, I get this little text snippet thing. I'll just send her a text for me, so... It's nice to send like a secret text that everyone in the world is reading, but you know, it's fine. So here, let's detach this. Then I'm gonna make its own instance, and we'll call this thing pill thing. What is this called? Filter badge? I don't know. What is naming stuff? Here, let's go like 12 and 6. I don't know. People have probably ideas about how that's supposed to be. These are 12. That'll work. So we'll have two options here. One will be this one, and the other one will be this one. And this one here will be filled with Pecker Light. I don't know. So here we're going to call this like selected, or is selected. And this one here will be set to false. And this one here will be set to true. Cool. All right, so let's come in here. Assets, layers. There's my timer. Almost done. Is selected, is not selected. Okay. I guess I didn't give it a proper layer name, but that's fine. Here we could say like CSS or something like that. Or tailwind. I don't know that I love that. It's fine. I can change this around later, but let's at least properly create this here as like it's text. That's fine. I feel like this almost needs to be smaller. 10. 10. Let's do like 12. Side to side. Wrap it. 8. We'll do like React or something. Astro, of course. This isn't super important what these things say, but why can I not? Astro. It's fine, and then we'll make this one selected. And just add some text here. Let's see, let's drag this up top actually. No. We're going to set the parameters up top to this, I think, is the idea. Pop this here, go to like 4%. And then we'll filter by this tag. And you can select it or deselect it and basically change the URL based off that, and then show whatever you want, and this will be server-side rendered. I like that. We should probably also then have a clear all button. So let's do one final one. Yeah. This one will say, well, I'll have to add a clear all thing. And let's go to which ones was I using? Maybe these remix? I don't remember. Close. Sure. Yeah, that'll work. So here we're going to go like 4. And we'll make this the same white. Now in order to make this work properly, I need to come in here and all these set this to something like 4. Okay. And now I should be able to select all of these, and there's a bunch of different like filters you can set here, but this layer one, this component property, you can basically say whether or not it should be shown. And so I'll set it to false by default, and then you can show it positively if you want to. You need a book. Write these thoughts down and then look at them outside your head. I don't understand. You're like, I'm a crazy person. Is that what's going on that day? Okay, so let's set this to true. It's selected. Text will be like close or like clear all. And then we're going to show the layer of that X. Don't love that. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like it needs to be up here. Okay, so let's attach this instance and do whatever we want. The pure definition of a rebel right here. Only, let's see, let's close this down. Okay, so let's get rid of this whole situation. And there's just no fill. I don't want to fill at all. Fill. Then we're going to set this to accent. Better. Definitely better. I should not have any here, and then I can just control the spacing here with the parent. I don't know. It'll be something like that. That kind of looks like crap too. I kind of liked it before. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So I think that's the idea. So this gives us a bunch of things. Let me just talk through this real quick, and then I need to go because I told my wife I was almost done. You saw that live. I want to be a man of my word here. So we've got homepage. This gives us access to some public files where we can download them. An anchor link down below. This is an Astra image component that we can use. We're going to create a header component. We're going to create a button component that can be used there, 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 or there. See, these will all be data content collection types where we're going to use Astra icon as well. By outside your head, but so looking at it, do this coldly as if they were organized by somebody else in order to arrive at, yeah, you're probably right. Sometimes if you just come back to it, that really helps too, but I think it's hard because like I know this design is not what I would want to do. Like I would much rather be like super extra with this design, but I think that will end up kind of ruining, oh, I do have an idea though. I think that'll end up making the course more about design. I don't want to do that, so I don't know. These will be content collections that will then point to either external links or links in the projects or in the public directory as well. This will give us a chance to work with client-side JavaScript. This might be a React component, or maybe I make this a React component. I'm not totally sure. Maybe I would make this a React component. I don't know. I want to use one somewhere. This gives us an access to work with data, probably either as content collections or maybe honestly just a data file. That might be a good idea. Same thing here. So I'll have some like site data that you can just change in one JavaScript or like TypeScript file or JSON file, I guess, if you really want to. But I think all that works. Then if they successfully submit that form, it'll bring them here. This is a 404 page, same kind of thing. And then finally, we've got these projects where you can filter by different tags. Sure, clear all. I think that this gives us a lot of stuff to play with, and I think we're pretty much going to hit everything. Let me just walk through this, and then I'll be done. So we're going to create a button component, a heading component. We're going to add TypeScript. Yeah, all this is just components. Markdown, we will use this in a bunch of different places. I don't know how much we're going to use MDX, so I don't have any like proper routes with content. I don't know how much that matters though. Content collections over. We're going to mostly use data types here because we don't have like blog posts or something like that. Maybe I could set that up. I don't know. I kind of need to do something with dynamic routes though, don't I? Okay, so let me add one more thing here. So I should have made these things components so that I could actually change it in one place. So let me go ahead and do that. It's not really how I should do this, but nobody tell me what to do. We're gonna get rid of all these here. And then I gotta go. Drop these in here. All these places. And I think we'll just change that to like a blog, and I'll have a blog page as well, or I'll just have a bunch of fake blog entries, because I do need to have some kind of dynamic routing, because that was all of module 5 that I just recorded and is almost ready. Probably will be ready today or tomorrow whenever I finish the last 2 videos editing them. So let me come back over here to the layers, style guide. So we'll call this like blog. Yeah. How about writings? Katie would say writings, let's be real. Okay, so then that updates everywhere. So I do need one more page, and this would be some kind of blog page, because these are not going to be actual like content collection types. They're not like, yeah, hero images for stuff. So we'll come here and say like blog post or something like that. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. All right. Well, I will do that off stream because I told my wife I'd be done. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you found that interesting. Thanks for interacting, those of you who are able to, and I will catch you next time.